Here's a compelling thought. Your bank knows you're about to make a financial mistake before you do, and it's not going to tell you. Let's start with something that might make you a little uncomfortable. AI systems trained on millions of financial transactions have discovered that human beings are genuinely terrible at understanding where their money actually goes. Not bad, genuinely terrible. Studies feeding real transaction data into machine learning models have consistently shown that people underestimate their discretionary spending by somewhere between 30 and 40% on average. That means if you think you're spending $300 a month on non-essential purchases, the real number is probably closer to $400 or $450, and you have absolutely no idea. Here's why this matters. When you sit down to make a budget, you're working from a mental model of your own spending that is fundamentally inaccurate. You're budgeting based on a fiction you've told yourself. AI doesn't have that problem. It sees every single transaction, timestamps, merchant categories, frequency patterns, and it builds a picture of your financial behavior that is based entirely on what you actually do rather than what you believe you do. That gap between perception and reality is where most people's financial plans fall apart before they even start. But it gets deeper than just tracking expenses. AI has uncovered something fascinating about the relationship between emotional states and financial decisions. By analyzing transaction data at scale, researchers and fintech companies have been able to identify what some call emotional spending signatures. These are patterns in the timing, frequency, and category of purchases that correlate with specific emotional states. When people are stressed, their spending patterns shift in very identifiable ways. Smaller, more frequent purchases, more food delivery orders, more impulse buys in the evening hours. When people feel financially secure, their patterns shift again. You might think you're making rational decisions with your money. The data says you're making emotional ones, and then rationalizing them afterward. This isn't a character flaw, it's how human psychology works. But AI can see these patterns in ways that you simply cannot because you're living inside the experience while the algorithm is watching from the outside. Now here's where things get genuinely interesting. AI financial systems have become extraordinarily good at predicting financial distress before the person experiencing it has any conscious awareness that things are going wrong. Banks and lenders using these systems have found they can predict with surprisingly high accuracy whether someone is heading toward financial trouble 3 to 6 months before traditional indicators would flag any problem. The signals are subtle. A slight increase in minimum payment behavior on credit cards, small shifts in the timing of bill payments, changes in grocery spending patterns. Any one of these signals means nothing, but together, combined and weighted by a machine learning model trained on millions of examples, they paint a picture. Think about what that means. There is potentially a system somewhere that understands where your financial life is headed better than you do right now. That's not dystopian science fiction. That's the current state of financial technology. Let's talk about something that affects almost everyone watching this. AI analysis of saving behavior has revealed a pattern that financial psychologists have called present bias on a massive scale. What this means is that when people talk about saving money, they almost universally intend to start saving more in the future. Next month, after the holidays, when the raise comes through, AI can measure this gap between stated intentions and actual behavior because fintech apps have access to both. Users set savings goals and then AI tracks what actually happens. The data is humbling. The overwhelming majority of people who set a savings goal will fail to reach it not because of a single catastrophic decision, but because of 1,000 small redirections of money away from saving and towards spending. And here's the thing. The AI has figured out that most financial advice hasn't fully grasped yet. Willpower is not a reliable saving strategy. The accounts and systems that work are the ones that remove the decision entirely. Automation wins, every single time. When saving happens automatically before you ever see the money, the success rates climb dramatically. The AI knows this because it has watched millions of people succeed and fail at saving, and it has measured exactly what makes the difference. Here's another insight that might change how you think about debt. AI analysis has found that people don't pay down debt the way rational economic theory says they should. Standard advice says pay off your highest interest debt first. This is mathematically correct. It minimizes the total interest you pay. But behavioral data shows that most people, when left to their own devices, pay off smaller balances first, even when they carry lower interest rates. This feels like irrational behavior on the surface. But AI researchers studying this pattern found something counterintuitive. For certain personality types in financial situations, the psychological momentum created by eliminating smaller debts entirely actually leads to better long-term outcomes, because it keeps people engaged and motivated in their debt payoff journey. The cold math and the human psychology don't always point to the same answer. AI is starting to understand that personal finance has to account for the person, not just the finances. Now I want to talk about something that very few people discuss when they talk about AI and money: predictive income modeling. AI systems at major financial institutions have become capable of estimating your future income trajectory with remarkable accuracy, based on factors you probably haven't considered: your education background, your industry, your geographic location, your employer, your job title, and how long you've been in it, and the macroeconomic trends affecting your specific sector. Combine all of that with career progression data from millions of other workers, and you can build a probability distribution of where someone's income is likely to be in 5 or 10 years. Why does this matter to you? Because your financial planning should look completely different depending on whether your income is likely to grow significantly, plateau, or face disruption. Most people plan their financial future based on their current income as a baseline. AI is telling us that approach ignores one of the most powerful variables in your entire financial equation. Let's shift to investing, because this is where AI insights get both exciting and sobering. One of the most consistent findings from AI analysis of retail investor behavior is that the average person dramatically underperforms the market, not because they pick bad stocks, but because of when they buy and sell. The data shows a painful pattern. People buy more aggressively when the market has already risen and feels safe. They sell in panic when the market drops and volatility feels unbearable. This behavior, buying high and selling low in emotional response to market conditions, erases returns over time in ways that most individual investors never fully account for. AI trading systems and robo-advisors have been designed specifically to remove this emotional timing problem. They don't feel fear when markets drop. They don't feel greed when markets surge. They execute the strategy consistently, and that consistency turns out to be enormously valuable over decades of investing. Here's the uncomfortable truth that all of this AI financial data is pointing toward. Most people's financial problems are not knowledge problems. You know you should spend less than you earn. You know you should save for retirement. You know you should pay off high-interest debt. The problem is behavioral. It's psychological. It's the gap between what you know and what you actually do when you're tired, stressed, emotional, or just moving through a Tuesday without thinking too deeply about your long-term financial future. I can see that gap with extraordinary clarity because it's measuring behavior, not intentions. And the financial tools being built on these insights are fundamentally different from a budgeting spreadsheet or a book about personal finance. You're probably not the exception, but you can use this information to build a financial life that works in your favor anyway. That's the real edge that understanding AI's financial insights gives you.